Throughout human history, civilizations have risen, thrived, and fallen, leaving behind legacies that shape the world we live in today. From the earliest cities built along riverbanks to empires that stretched across continents, these civilizations laid the foundations of law, science, philosophy, and culture. Without them, modern society as we know it would not exist. But which civilizations truly stand out as the greatest in history? Stay with me as we explore the top 10 civilizations that forever changed the course of humanity. In this video, we'll dive deep into 10 of the greatest civilizations in history, civilizations that left behind ideas, inventions, and values that still influence the modern world. So, let's begin the countdown. Number 10. The Mesopotamian civilization. We start with the cradle of civilization itself, Mesopotamia, which emerged around 3100 BCE between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Often called the land between two rivers, this region is where humanity made some of its greatest firsts. The Mesopotamians invented writing, specifically cuneiform, which allowed them to record laws, trade, and literature. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the world's oldest literary works, comes from this civilization. They also gave us the wheel, irrigation systems, and the concept of time divided into 60 minutes. The Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest sets of written laws, came from Babylon, a Mesopotamian city. These laws influenced justice systems for centuries. Even banking, contracts, and property rights have roots in Mesopotamian society. Without Mesopotamia, many of the basic structures of civilization might never have been born. Number 9. The Egyptian civilization. Next, we travel to the banks of the Nile, where ancient Egypt flourished for over 3,000 years. Known for its pyramids, temples, and the Sphinx, Egypt was more than monumental architecture. It was a highly advanced society. The Egyptians mastered mathematics, medicine, and engineering. They developed a calendar based on astronomy, which helped regulate farming and festivals. Hieroglyphics, their system of writing, allowed them to preserve culture and religious texts. Pharaohs ruled Egypt as god-kings, and religion was central to life. Their belief in the afterlife led to the creation of elaborate tombs, including the world-famous pyramids of Giza. Egypt's legacy in art, architecture, and spirituality continues to inspire humanity, making it one of history's most enduring civilizations. Number 8. The Indus Valley Civilization. Around 2500 BCE, the Indus Valley Civilization emerged in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. It was one of the world's earliest urban societies, remarkable for its city planning and sanitation systems. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro had straight streets, advanced drainage, and even public baths. This suggests an incredible level of organization and concern for public health. The Indus people were skilled in trade, metallurgy, and craft. They created standardized weights and measures, which made trade fair and efficient. Unlike many civilizations, there's little evidence of kings or massive armies, suggesting they may have lived in a more egalitarian society. Though much of their script remains undeciphered, the Indus Valley Civilization is a reminder of how advanced human societies could be even thousands of years ago. Number 7. The Chinese civilization. Few civilizations have lasted as long as China, with roots tracing back over 4,000 years. Dynasties rose and fell, but China's culture, philosophy, and innovations have endured. The Chinese gave the world paper, printing, gunpowder, and the compass, the famous 4 great inventions. They developed Confucianism and Taoism, philosophies that still influence not just China but global thought. The Great Wall of China remains one of the greatest engineering feats in history, symbolizing unity and defense. The Silk Road, connecting China to the Middle East and Europe, facilitated trade of silk, tea, and porcelain, making China a hub of global exchange. China's continuity as a civilization and its influence on governance, philosophy, and technology make it one of the greatest civilizations in history. Number 6. The Greek civilization. The ancient Greeks may not have built vast empires, but their influence on human thought and culture is unmatched. Flourishing between the 8th and 4th centuries BCE, Greece gave birth to democracy, philosophy, and science. Thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle shaped the foundations of Western philosophy. The Greeks also advanced mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. The Olympic Games, which began in Greece, remain one of the world's most celebrated traditions. Greek art, architecture, and drama continue to inspire today. And politically, the concept of democracy, first practiced in Athens, has influenced governments worldwide. In short, Greece was the birthplace of ideas that still guide modern society. Number 5. The Roman civilization. As Greece gave the world ideas, Rome turned them into practical systems. From 27 BC to the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, Rome built one of the largest empires in history. The Romans perfected law, engineering, and governance. Their roads, aqueducts, and bridges remain marvels of infrastructure. The concept of Roman law became the foundation for legal systems in Europe and beyond. Culturally, Rome absorbed and spread Greek ideas, ensuring their survival. Latin, the Roman language, became the basis for many modern languages, including Spanish, French, and Italian. The Roman Empire was not just a political force, but a cultural one, leaving behind a legacy that still defines much of Western civilization. Number 4. The Persian civilization. The Persian Empire, particularly under Cyrus the Great and Darius, was one of the most impressive civilizations of the ancient world. Spanning from the Indus Valley to Egypt and Greece, it was the largest empire of its time. The Persians were known for their efficient administration and tolerance of diversity. Unlike many empires, they allowed conquered peoples to practice their religions and maintain local customs. The royal road and an early postal system connected the empire, ensuring smooth governance. Zoroastrianism, the Persian religion, influenced later Abrahamic faiths with concepts like good versus evil and heaven versus hell. Persia showed that empires could be powerful without being purely oppressive, leaving a mark on governance and cultural exchange. Number 3. The Mayan civilization. In Central America, the Mayan civilization thrived between 2000 BCE and 1500 CE. Known for their astronomy, mathematics, and calendar systems, the Maya were highly advanced. They built towering pyramids, cities, and ball courts deep in the jungles. The Mayan calendar, based on precise astronomical observations, was far ahead of its time. They also developed a complex writing system, one of the few fully developed scripts in the Americas. While the civilization eventually declined, its cultural achievements and mysteries continue to captivate historians and archaeologists. Number 2. The Islamic civilization, the Golden Age. From the 7th century onward, the Islamic civilization rose as a dominant force, stretching from Spain to India. During the Golden Age of Islam 8th to 13th centuries, scholars made groundbreaking contributions to science, medicine, mathematics, and philosophy. Figures like Al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra, Ibn Sina Avicenna, a pioneer in medicine, and Ibn Rushd of Averroes, a philosopher, preserved and expanded human knowledge. They translated Greek works and built upon them, ensuring that knowledge survived through the Middle Ages. The Islamic world also excelled in architecture, literature, and art, with cities like Baghdad, Cordoba, and Damascus becoming centers of learning. Without this civilization, much of the knowledge that fueled the European Renaissance might have been lost forever. Number 1. The British Empire. At its height in the 19th and early 20th centuries, it was the largest empire in history, ruling over nearly a quarter of the world's population and landmass. The British spread industrialization, parliamentary democracy, and the English language across the globe. The Industrial Revolution, which began in Britain, transformed the world's economy and society. While the empire was marked by exploitation and colonization, it also created global connections that shaped the modern era. Railways, postal systems, and global trade networks expanded under British influence. The legacy of the British Empire is complex, both positive and negative, but its global impact is undeniable. From Mesopotamia's first laws to Britain's industrial might, these civilizations shaped the world in ways we still feel today. They created systems of governance, innovations in science, and cultural legacies that remind us how far humanity has come. History is not just about the past, it's the foundation of our present and the guide for our future. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the greatest civilizations in history, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss our future explorations into history, culture, and the forces that shaped our world.